rock concerts in Golden Gate Park. History repeats itself when we come back. Stay with us. Underway in Golden Gate Park this evening, promoters had a tough fight with the Park Commission to get approval. There were also doubts that the chosen location could handle all the people that would want to come. News Center 4's Don Knapp checked out the action today at Lindley Meadows.
Jesse Colin Young and the Youngbloods is one of over 20 groups making appearances this weekend. The concert is free, but folks are being asked to donate $1 for African famine relief and bring food for the San Francisco Food Bank. This is one of the concerts of the good old days. Back in the 60s, tens of thousands enjoyed such events on a regular basis. But the last major rock concert here in Golden Gate Park happened in 1975, and there has been talk that the Park Commission really wanted this one to fail. Zon Artman, who worked for years with Bill Graham, says talk of anniversary concerts for the Grateful Dead and Jefferson Starship this summer may have intimidated the Parks Commission.
There's talk of some major concerts in the fall, or the summer and fall, around the 20th anniversaries, and so I think they're a little nervous about the crowds that those might draw, and that's why they've been a little nervous about the concerts here today.
Artman says the promoters wanted the polo fields for the concert. They can handle 100,000 people, but the Park Commission said the polo fields were to be used for athletic events. In San Francisco, Don Knapp, News Center 4.
The live music tradition in Golden Gate Park continues tomorrow when the promoters expect 40,000 people to hear Carlos Santana, Eddie Money, and John Lee Hooker.
In Golden Gate Park, and Chuck Coppola tells us it may be the first of many musical days to come.
Sweet lady, sweet liberty.
You see like hippie-looking groups, but you see a lot of modern stuff too.
Yeah, the symbol of our country and its soul.
The first free rock concert in Golden Gate Park in 10 years began with a slightly different twist than some of its predecessors: patriotism.
The timing's right that we really all would like to see a new wave of patriotism to go across the country.
His painting, unveiled today for the first time, will be put on T-shirts and posters to raise money for the Statue of Liberty's restoration. That's only one cause here. The Bitburg Coalition, the Committee Against Apartheid, a group celebrating the UN's 40th anniversary, and a major effort to raise $100,000 to fight hunger in Ethiopia and in San Francisco all took part in bringing this crowd of 10,000 people together.
Getting the young people together, all assembled in one place for starving people, is the greatest thing that humanity can do.
I believe it's what life should be, is people feeding one another. We know about Ethiopia, but there's also hungry people here. And hey, it says live by example. Don't just talk about it, but do it.
Over the next 2 days, more than a dozen bands will play for free. Donations will be collected as the music continues in Lindley Meadow. And tomorrow should be even bigger, with name acts like Santana, Eddie Money, Johnny Lee Hooker, and the founding members of the Jefferson Starship performing. Promoters expect this crowd to swell beyond 40,000 people. In Golden Gate Park, Chuck Coppola, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
And the organizers of today's concert say they hope this will be only the first of many free concerts to come.
Money, Paul Kantner, Carlos Santana, Johnny Lee Hooker. Organizations, organizers for the Spirit of America benefits say it was also designed to draw attention to the ongoing famine in Ethiopia and other sub-Saharan nations.
This weekend at Golden Gate Park, about 10,000 people gathered today to hear the music. Their causes range from restoring the Statue of Liberty to ending world hunger, and they all came out to hear the music.
I mean, in 1974, the United Nations convened a World Hunger Conference, and the nations of the world said they'd end hunger by the end of 1984. And in 1984, almost 32 million people were endangered in Africa, and over 100,000 people in the Bay Area are hungry.
Tomorrow, big names like Santana, Eddie Money, and the original members of the Jefferson Starship are expected to draw about 40,000 people. The organizers hope the event will raise at least $100,000 to fight hunger in Ethiopia.
Years, if you were around during those years, all the images were there, the waves of people crammed into Golden Gate Park, the big-name rock bands performing for free. Channel 7's Tony Rosamano reports, of course, that there was a purpose, not just nostalgia.
It's the largest rock concert in Golden Gate Park since 1969, when the Grateful Dead and Jefferson Airplane packed 200,000 fans into the park's polo field. Today, the promoters estimate 50,000 people have jammed Lindley Meadows, and once again, some members of the old Airplane are the big draw. The Kattner Ballin Cassidy Band was one of a dozen groups at the two-day Spirit of America Rock and Blues benefit. All of it was free, but buckets were constantly being passed through the crowd to raise money for Ethiopian and Sudanese relief. The producers say 15 to 20% of the donations will go towards concert cost, but all the rest will be given to Emergency Airlifts International. In addition, the Humanitarian Party set up donation centers for canned food, items that will be distributed through the San Francisco Food Bank and other local agencies. The intent is to use rock music to get teenagers involved in the problems of San Francisco's homeless, a social issue that up till now mainly has been the concern of church groups. A worthy cause, but it took the producers 34 weeks to get a concert permit from the city's Parks Department so the event could take place. Paul Kattner, who remembers how he and the rest of the Jefferson Starship snuck into the park to give a free concert in 1978 under the guise of a Frisbee festival, says the Parks Department is nervous about too many rock and rollers getting together in one spot.
Just the general fear of anarchy and civilization, at the Park and Rec department usually have. It's a great day out there, though. It's peaceful as can be.
Yeah, but you've done a lot of concerts in the park.
We've had to fight for almost every one, though. Last time we played, we had to sneak in on a Frisbee tournament pass. And it's just a continual fight. It's sort of amusing, actually, to do the fight. Gives you something to do on the off hours.
Kattner has often said he'd do a benefit for anything. That does not mean he treats African relief and the problems of the homeless lightly. It's just that he's got his own reason for wanting to play the park.
It's a worthwhile benefit, I think. It's one of the reasons we're here. The main reason we're here is to play in the park and just elevate that sort of thinking, to let it happen more and more. Because it helps the city more than anything else, because people have reason to be proud of the city, to enjoy the city, to even help and do good things for the city,
Also appearing over the 2 days were Carlos Santana, Jesse Colin Young, Eddie Money, and the Dinosaurs, a group composed of members of a half-dozen major bands from the 60s. The final totals won't be until tomorrow, but right now the estimate is these concerts raised $24,000 for African relief and 16 tons of food for the needy of San Francisco. At Golden Gate Park, Tony Russomanno, Channel 7 News.
Promoters figure that maybe some of those thousands of people flocked to the park because there had been rumors that the present Grateful Dead and Grace Slick were going to perform, which I guess did not happen. At least we heard nothing of that.
Looked like a good concert otherwise.
Of course it was.
A lot of people. And
all right, I'm Steve Davis.
Musicians like Carlos Santana and some of the original members of the Jefferson Airplanes. And it was good music for a good cause. The money, the proceeds from today, part of it will go to help feed hungry people in Africa.
We continue from the News Center. Colin Young, Eddie Money. It was a parade of rock stars in Golden Gate Park this weekend, and the whole scene was slightly reminiscent of another one 10 years ago, at the Summer of Love, when musicians like Jimi Hendrix and the Grateful Dead mesmerized their audiences. Well, today's crowds were just as involved with the music. Thousands of people jammed Lindley Meadow and moved to the music. Music was part of the Spirit of America Festival, a benefit to the San Francisco Food Bank.